Happy Veterans Day from Denver, Colorado. And I just want to thank the veterans so much for all they do for our country, the service they give. They're real heroes. I think they deserve more than what they get. Like Dan Crenshaw, he deserves more respect than to get jokes about his eye from Pete Davidson. I mean, Pete Davidson, he looks like Macaulay Culkin and Ryan Lochte's love child. I mean, give me a break. This guy looks like Macaulay Culkin and Marilyn Manson if they were on even more drugs. I mean, had this guy sign up to play the next Joker. We already got, 2 Jokers? Let's have a third one. Veterans, they fight for freedom. It's also really sickening when a veteran has to come home and be homeless. Denver police and Denver City, their position is that the homeless here, they have shelters every night. They have a guaranteed place to go, which is a lie. It's an incredible lie. They were recently doing some outside camping near the Jesus Saves Denver rescue mission, and police cited over 20 reasons why they had to clean the place up, like drug use, feces, blah, 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 blah. Give me a break. We heard it all before. Homeless, in response, said, look, not only I can't stay in these shelters, but it's actually a dangerous place for me to be. And this isn't even including homeless families and women. I'm right now just talking mainly about the homeless men, but homeless families and women too have been discriminated against, not only in the state, but this country. And on Veterans Day, we fight to liberate so many people. Why do we have so many people who we turn a blind eye to? They're sitting on the corner talking to themselves. They're freezing to death right in front of us. We have the Denver rescue mission here is run by greedy, I want to say crackheads, but they're most likely pill poppers. But I don't know for sure, but they're shady as, because I like to volunteer. I used to volunteer a lot. First time I tried to volunteer here, I took one look at the place. I was like, what kind of scam are you guys running? The Samaritan House. They have all they almost imprison the women who go there and make them, a Bible study, even though they might not even be interested in that. New Genesis, they require people to pay $60-$70 a week to stay there. And they still want to go tax exempt. If you want to go tax exempt, let those people sleep there for free. And that's probably the Salvation Army's Crossroads is probably the only decent place for a homeless man to be somewhat safe in. And there's no guarantee. A lot of these places, if you are drunk, if you are high, they won't let you stay in. If you have anger management problems, they won't let you stay. The abuse that goes on behind the scenes in these places is ridiculous. And, we have vets who go through this. And it's Veterans Day, so that's why I'm bringing it up. This is a beautiful city. And how many of these places just sit empty here? I'm literally walking around, it's a ghost town. We have property for rent that just sits empty. And it's like, well, Swampy, they're alcoholics, they're drug addicts. Well, they're still human. This is still America. This is still the land of the free. It's either, for some people who just don't have the means or they're not with it, it's either the streets or jail. It's like a revolving door. And we had this prison for profit. It literally makes me somewhat nauseated because we have so many people talking about the freedoms and the luxury we have. Sure, some of us do. A percentage of us don't. To me, it just hurts that, we cut the social safety net on our people. No more motel vouchers, no more shopping sprees, no more food stamps. But instead, we're going to make damn sure we have those pipelines secured in the Middle East. We're going to make damn sure we have the banana fields secured in Guatemala. I mean, if we just spent a fraction of our defense cost, we could actually get every man and woman into a warm, safe place. What happened to the projects? They're gone now. What happened to the compassion? What happened to God's people, real life Christian, Catholics, Muslims, Jewish people who believed in God's plan for all people, not just faceless corporations, not just the filthy, flippin' rich. But we need tax breaks, Swampy. We need tax breaks. No, we need to pay more in tax. We need to look after our fellow brothers. Love thy brother, love thy neighbor. How can I love my neighbor if I don't have any? The neighbors I do have want to kill me. Anyways, happy Veterans Day from Denver. It's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful time to, start looking at people differently. Looking with love instead of hate. I just spent $20 on the worst haircut ever. This is a fade? What the If you're in downtown Denver and you go to Great Clips, make sure my man Diego cuts your hair, and under no circumstance let Jen cut your hair, because she couldn't even do a high and tight fade, bros. What? Are you flipping kidding me? Jesus. Happy Veterans Day. I mean, a high and tight. She had to stop and get another barber. She's like, Tracy, will you come and help me here? It's like I almost had to grab the shit from her and cut my own hair. I kid you not. Man. High and tight. How is she even working at Great Clips, especially in downtown? That's where the lawyers, that's where the swamp gets his haircut. What is going on? Is this reality? Are we in an alternate universe? Was Kanye West right? Flip. I go there because I get professional haircuts, not to have, literally get the bowl cut treatment, when I help out the third world, I don't want to look second class. Flip. I mean, gee whiz, lady. And I still gave her, $3 tip. And they also raised the price there. On Sundays, it was like, $11 haircut. Now it's a $20 haircut and not even done properly. God bless. God bless. Yeah, I gotta pray. I gotta find religion and pray for her haircutting skills, because she's not gonna have a job very soon. She's gonna be flipping burgers or tossing salads for a living. It ain't hair. Chief called. It ain't hair. It is Veterans Day, and one thing I am happy to say, we are more supportive of the veterans than we have been in a long time. It's not like under President George W. Bush, where there's a lot of dissension and we didn't know if we were, just invading countries to invade countries, and there's this feeling of resentment towards the military. This time around, I think everyone's on the same page with the veterans, and we love and support them. I want to hear from you guys. Do you guys have any veterans? Are you a veteran? Hit me up in the comments section. Let me know what you think about the world's affairs, about how we treat homeless people after you or your family members may have served. What's being done to the people at the lowest rungs, the most vulnerable Americans. And also, I'll try to make another different video about the wildfires in California and about the shooting there. And about Trump. I just want to take a minute to just focus strictly on the veterans and my hair, which I rock like a military haircut. I get that high and tight, but I just have it a little longer on top because I'm going to have to run for city council. It's the only way I can try to save the city and save the most vulnerable people. I'm not worried about, Wahoo's tacos. Fish tacos? What's up with fish tacos? Like, that ain't it? I mean, everyone wants to point a finger at drugs for the homeless. Look, and then we can say, Swamp, without drugs, there won't be rehab centers, and we need rehab centers because they're a vital part of the community. Look, if someone's addicted to drugs, would you rather see them behind a damn trash can, or would you rather have them somewhere safe and sound indoors? We could do public welfare checks on them, and they would actually have a chance to actually beat the drugs, beat their depression, and beat the demons that are holding them back. Instead of kicking them to the curb, let them live under the Platte River Bridge. Should we have a designated tent city for those people who can't stand being indoors? Maybe. I know Westward had a tent city for a while. Westward, they love to ask the questions, but they never have a solution. And one thing, this is for the present and for comedians, let's quit making fun of veterans, war heroes. There's a lot of things to joke about. Like feminism or something. I don't know. Fuck it. But let's not make fun of people who like John McCain or Dan Crenshaw. We can protest wars. We don't have to support them. But let's not ever criticize the people who are brave enough to serve in them. Period. If honestly, when it comes to these wars, we should pray for everyone involved, because there's families being destroyed, there's servicemen dying, there's nothing good that comes from war except our freedom. And for profit corporations, there's benefits, but mainly for humanity, there's no benefits from war under any circumstance. We have to strive for peace. But shout out to the troops, because they rock. For real. Shout out.